Welcome to a new vlog and to the Scottish Highlands. I'm just out taking Lola for a little walk. We are having such a lovely weekend. Such a lovely weekend. It is so nice to see the boys. So it's an exit weekend. They don't have to go out. They can stay in if they want to, but for all sorts of logistics. Well, the school does accompanied flights at half terms and end of term and start of term, but for exit weekends they don't. Gus is 13, Archie's 16 next week, so we have come up to celebrate his birthday because it was the easiest way to do it this time round, and it is just so lovely to see them and to be with them. We have had a lot of laughter, we've had a lot of food, and we've had a lot of sleep, which I think is just the perfect medicine, particularly when you've just started a new school. You just need to chill with your parents. You just need to be able to relax, recharge, nothing too exciting. We're going out for a lovely Sunday roast today, but lots of fresh air. We've ended up having a slight change of plan because I messed up the Airbnb booking. I'm not quite sure how I did it. I put the dates in and it gave me the options. There was one that seemed perfect. I booked it. And then I got a message on Friday saying, "What time are you coming this afternoon?" I'm like, "We're not coming this afternoon." I quickly checked and it took me a while to realise what had happened, and they didn't have Sunday night available. So they very, very sweetly, such lovely people, said that we can go another time, which is very kind of them. So I needed to find somewhere else to come and stay. Actually, it's quite funny how things work out, because I think this is actually a better option. It's closer to school, on the coast, literally kind of on the coast. It's not very luxurious, it's very basic. There's not a washing machine, so I ended up doing a little bit of hand washing. Archie's got a coat that he loves, and he was like, "Mama, can you wash this? Is there a washing machine?" I was like, "There's not, darling." So I hand washed it in the bath last night for him. Well, in fact, I did it yesterday afternoon. I hung it out. There's a washing line, but no washing machine. I hung it out on the line, and it was a bright blue sky, windy, breezy day. I couldn't talk to you yesterday. It was too windy out and about. So I hung it on the line, and then I just popped it on a hanger, and it's dry this morning, so that is perfect. But it is so lovely to be up here. It is funny how things work out. We'll go and stay at the other place another time. They were so nice, and yes, the one that we're in, I'm not even going to show you, and I'm not even going to share the details with you because I wouldn't recommend it. It's clean, and the beds, actually, I've slept very well. It's not that comfy, it's quite hard, and the pillows are jolly uncomfy, but I've actually slept really well. I've started taking magnesium regularly, which I wasn't very good at taking it regularly before, and I am sleeping so much better. Look how beautiful it is. I can't be too long because we are picking up a couple of the boys who haven't gone out this weekend. One of Gus's friends, one of Archie's friends, and they're joining us for lunch. We shall have a little bit of a birthday celebration, because 16 is a big deal, guys. I can't actually believe that I have got a 16-year-old son. I mean, how is that possible? I don't feel nearly old enough, but I have. Anyway, I'm actually going to turn around. Lola, we're going to do an about turn. Look at this. I love Scotland. So magical. And I'm going to start heading back because we need to hit the road to go and pick the boys up. Oh, but it's just gorgeous. So yeah, I haven't spoken. I'm going to give you a quick chat now. So after the clay pigeon shoot, we went to stay with one of my dearest friends. Had such a lovely evening. Stayed up way too late, drunk possibly a little bit more than normal on a school night, but it was just brilliant. So brilliant. And then we set off rather early on Friday morning to Leicestershire, to Oakham, and it was called a focus group with Schöffel, and Schöffel is a brand that I love and adore, and I've done a few campaigns with them, and I just feel like Schöffel and I are a match made in heaven. they wanted sort of advice. So I think there was 8 of us or 6 of us that were invited to go and chat and give feedback, positive, negative, feedback. And I just love the fact that a company does that and wants to hear from their customers and wants advice on what we want, because that's ultimately what a business is about. So that was an amazing day. Arrived just before 10, left at 3:30. Sai took Lola for a long walk, worked from the car, had lunch, did all of that while I had my meeting, and then we hit the road. And actually, it's another thing, when I realised about the messed up booking, we actually managed to book here for Friday night, so for 3 nights, and we just drove. Sat nav, or Waze, we use Waze, told us that we were going to arrive at about midnight. Ended up being at 2 a.m, which was a bit of a hard slog. Simon and I, the last few hours, swapped every 45 minutes, and it kind of kept us going. But it was a bit of a slog. Anyway, I'm just going to focus with Lola because we're near the road, and I will chat to you all soon.
There again, please. Oh,
So we've just had a really lovely lunch with the boys. They've each got a friend, so there was 4 boys for lunch, feeling a little outnumbered. Really good Sunday roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, and then sticky toffee pud for pud. Such a beautiful day. It's brightened up. It was a little gloomy first thing. Look at the bales behind me, and now we're about to walk over the original bridge. Darling, what year was it built? It was built in 1814 by who? Robert Telford? Thomas Telford, 1814. And strengthened in 1902. This bridge has now been closed, but this was the only way to Elgin back in the day. It's stunning. So this is over the River Spey. Gus is rather disappointed that it's a Sunday and he's not allowed to fish. It's just so beautiful. I had to share it with you all. It's like a little beach down there, and we've just been down there throwing sticks in for Lola. We absolutely loved it. Look how stunning that is. And then these are the turrets on the bridge. Look at that. We're back from Scotland. Actually, I'm feeling a bit tired, but not too bad. We had a really good journey. So I actually said this morning, oh darling, I think you did over 50% of the driving, which I don't normally do. Normally I'm a very good passenger. But I did do a lot of the driving. I did all the driving in Scotland. So I drove, from the Highlands to the border, and then Sai took over, and then I did the last 2.5 hours. I think we changed at Warwick, somewhere like that, and I did the last leg. And I got home at about 8:30 last night, so it wasn't too bad. We left Scotland at 7:30, so quite a long journey. Had a couple of breaks, but it was so lovely seeing the boys and seeing the boys so happy. And Archie loves having his brother up there, which is excellent. And I think Gus is settling in really, really well. He's had a good start to it, and I think it's lovely because it was very familiar for him anyway. He's been up there so many times that it wasn't like it was something completely new. But I need to get clearing this kitchen PDQ because they are coming today to put the worktops in. and I cannot wait. They're also going to put the taps in so I can use the kitchen sink. So I'm going to quickly blitz and clear all of this, and yeah, I can better get going. I'm not going to know myself. I can finally unpack my kitchen and get it organised and get it set up exactly how I want it. So for now, let's get going. Done. Quickly cleared the surfaces and ready for the guys. I've also got the vet coming to vaccine Colin, and I've got the farrier coming, so it's going to be a slightly crazy morning. Oh, and mowing the lawns. So it's action stations here today. So this is the moment that I've been waiting for a very long time. Trevor and Rob are back, and also Chris from Evotops, and this is the beautiful worktop here. That finish is absolutely amazing. And then
yeah, so this is the Korean that you've chosen.
this is the Korean, and it's got this wonderful texture. Well, it's not texture, what do we call it?
Well, it's just a pattern.
It's a
yeah,
pattern.
Yeah.
It is just beautiful. I didn't want to really kind of completely plain. I wanted something, but I didn't want any sparkle. And so it's got this really wonderful kind of wave effect. It's beautiful. And then underneath, this is where the magic happens, isn't
this
it,
is what
Trevor?
makes this product different. So underneath there, that's, you can see the different colours underneath. Around the outside, you've got the top colour.
This is
what makes this product so unique, is that we're using recycled material underneath. So these are from recovered worktops that other people have used. We've taken back and then recovered the material. And then we repurpose that to make your new tops. So Evotops are around about 40 to 45% of recovered material.
Which is just so clever.
Yeah, and that stops it going into landfill. And then at the end of this life, and on average, Korean worktops stay in place for about 20-25 years. So a huge life service. And this could then happen again. So this could be taken back and turned into another worktop. So it really is developing that circular economy that is so vital to us going forward.
It is really vital, and it's really exciting to have this here in my kitchen, and I can't wait to see how it looks.
We better get on with it. Get it all glued together.
Brilliant. Thanks so much. So I've just brought you up close to show you here, because it was laser cut when Trevor and Rob came to measure up. They have cut like every kink and bump in the wall, like over here. It fits like a glove, and that's what's so clever about the technique that they use. Is it's not just a straight line. Here's a straight line, and here it's done to fit the walls, and particularly in an old property, that is just really clever. You can see here more clearly. Very amazing and clever technology. And Tess is having a little scratch over there, dear girl. So Rob was just explaining to me about how they're joining the tops, and I said, can we talk about this and share it with everyone? Because it's actually fascinating. I'm a bit of a nerd, and I like these things, and I like to know why and how. And they're pulling the two tops together.
That's correct. So they're pulling them horizontally and on the vertical plane, so they're level and they're uniformly tight.
That's the noise that's going on, because it's this bit of equipment.
Uses a compressor, a hydraulic compressor to pull it.
And they did it without the adhesive there initially to get it perfect, and now they've gone in with the adhesive, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. But it's so clever how they're joining these pieces of worktop.
So yeah, and that will take, depending on the temperature, but in here it's reasonably warm today, 15-20 minutes for the adhesive to harden, and then be able to remove the clamps and then start to polish out the joint. So you'll see that as the next stage. Okay, so the adhesive is now set, it's hard. So, and the important thing whilst when we put the adhesive in is to make sure this is spotlessly clean, because if it's not spotlessly clean, even the slightest microscopic bit of dirt in there would colour the joint.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw, but when we were
I
preparing,
did see.
it's a sort of an alcoholic,
an alcohol
hybrid,
substance.
what do you call it?
Immunol.
Immunol, that's what I'm trying to say. So then it's spotlessly clean. So what happens now is using various grades of sandpaper, starting at quite an abrasive one down to a very smooth one, 4 separate levels will take it right down to the point where, in theory, you certainly won't be able to feel it, and although this material is quite swirly, you might struggle to even see it.
Amazing.
But we'll see how we go.
Really clever.
Okay.
So Chris is going to come and get sanding. So that's the most abrasive one, but it's already looking amazing. And then there's 3 more levels to get it totally flush and perfect. So Rob just pointed out that they go for a wider area when they are sanding, so there isn't a dip, so it really is a seamless finish. And it's just taken me back to A-level design, where I did all of these things, not of course to the same level, but it just it's fascinating how, you know, little tweaks and little ways that you do things make a huge difference. So I'm in Chris's way. So they're done, they're in, and it's really exciting. I can't wait to show you all properly. But Rob and I are just going to talk through these.
Yes, indeed. So when you get a worktop from us, you get a number of things. One is what we call a repair board. So this comes from the original batch of material that was used in the worktop. You can tuck it away beneath the sink or somewhere that you probably never have to use it. But if there's any damage to these worktops, or you decide you want to change your taps, we've got a 2-holes drill for the current tap, but at some future point you might say, I only want a single hole tap, mixer tap. We can plug the original holes and put in a new hole, which is really good. Very
so
clever.
you have the options, you're not restricted. These are really repairable if
Correct.
they ever needed it. We've
Correct.
just been talking through, like, you shouldn't put a roasting pan straight out of the oven onto the worktop. However, if you did, they could be sanded back.
Correct. You can repair them. You've got quite a depth of material to play with, so there's you don't have to be afraid of the material. You can. We have people standing on them to fix light bulbs and all sorts of things, and they can be repaired or repolished and brought back to new, look as good as they did, in 20 years' time as they do today. So, yeah. We have, just to go through the list, so that's the repair board. We have a chopping board. We put a little feet on there to just give it a much nicer feel on the worktop, but this avoids you chopping straight onto the countertop. The countertop is rated for food hygiene, so in theory you could actually prepare food straight on the top, but we give you a chopping board as well, and a lot of people find that quite
really
handy. Handy tool, yeah.
It's just really,
and it's out the matching batch, so it's the same sequence of material. I'll be careful how I lift this. We have effectively
really clever.
A whole bar board. Can you get that one out?
Yeah.
There we go.
So they come out.
Yep.
So really easy to clean. It can all go in the dishwasher.
It can all go in the dishwasher, so we leave these loose. So you have to be slightly careful you don't tip them over. But the reason is so that you can actually clean them and get underneath.
But then you can put that beside, and so I will keep this beside the Arga here.
Yeah.
And then when I take things out, they will go on there. So I'm not going to damage my worktop by putting something really hot straight on the top. So that is just a really great addition. Thank
Really
you.
great.
Well,
And so that's those pieces, and then we give you a cleaning kit. So normally you'd clean with a household cleaner, a disinfectant, whatever you use to keep the worktops hygienic and clean. But in addition to that, what we give you is it's just a scouring pad, a bit of Barkeeper's Friend.
Love Barkeeper's Friend.
Yeah, and it's slightly abrasive. So if you use a worktop a lot and you've got potentially you get fine grains in the top, you could spill coffee on it or red wine. You'd see it. It's not stained. It just kind of looks that way. So a little bit of elbow grease and a bit of Barkeeper's Friend will take that out. So we just give you a couple of bits of detail with one of our bags, reusable bags, which are quite handy for a few things. There's our warranty paperwork and just some instructions about how to just maintain and keep the product fresh. And then we have the same thing from Corian, so they have their own set of guidelines, but they're basically the same. The warranty is 10 years on the material, and we match the same on the fabrication.
Wow.
So it does diminish over time,
Yeah.
but if you are going to see any issues with it, you're going to find those out sooner rather than later. But we do thousands of these, and the chances of something happening are very slim. And we typically wouldn't even claim on the warranty, we just come and sort it out. So
Yeah.
so that's what you get. You can tuck that away under the sink wherever you put those.
Brilliant.
And
Oh,
good
Rob,
to go.
thank you. Thank you
yeah,
very
it
much.
looks great.
This is
Really pleased.
an exciting moment. You guys know that I have I've waited patiently, but now I actually, well, by the end of today, I'm going to have a fully functioning kitchen. We just need the tap to be installed, and he's on his way to do that. So this is really, really exciting.
Great.
Rob, thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry, the washing machine is now on, but I've got kitchen worktops and it makes me so happy. Look how gorgeous it is. So the plumber is on his way to put the kitchen tap in. I literally, I'm not going to name myself, washing up, dishwasher, all the things. I can finally unpack my kitchen, but actually I'm not going to do it just yet. I am heading off to Wiltshire tomorrow for my talk with Eat, Love, Nourish. And I've got quite a lot to do today, so I'm just going to put things back where they were, and then properly over the coming weeks we can sort it. However, the kitchen is not finished. The carpenter is building, and now that the worktops are in, he can measure for it, a thing that's going around the Arga and going to disguise this, which is part of a chimney breast that's no longer in use, but we can't get rid of that bit. So he's going to hide it. And so that's going to happen. We need to do the tiling. So I'm not done, but I'm done further than I was, if that makes sense. So I will put things back. We can start using the space, but it's not finished. But it is very, very exciting. So I can't wait. I'm going to put the kettle back in place. I'm going to boil the kettle, make a cup of tea, and haven't actually properly had breakfast or lunch yet today because I haven't been able to, but it is just really very, very exciting. We're getting there. I feel like huge progress has been made today so far, and I am absolutely thrilled with the worktop. This is going to be hugely helpful, as well as having a chopping board that matches. I mean, how slick is that? I've never been slick and kind of what have you. It's always been a bit hodgepodge, but this is very, very exciting. I've escaped the madhouse and brought the girls for a walk, although Lola's in the office with Zai and Tess is asleep in front of the Arga, bless her. But it's been busy this morning. Well, today we have the worktops all done. They look amazing. And then Dan, the carpenter / plumber / everything, has fitted the sink, the taps, siliconed it, told me ideally I can't use it till tomorrow. I mean, I can fill up a glass of water, I'm just not washing up and things, but that's fine because we have a dishwasher. I've actually filled the dishwasher with quite a few sort of dusty things that don't look that nice. Set it, taken the dogs for a walk, and put the washing machine on. Come on, girls, sniffing around. but it's exciting. It is exciting. I am feeling quite tired. I think yesterday is catching up with me, so just going to have a gentle walk, and might ride with Coco later. I know she's going to ride. I don't know whether I will ride Colin. Might go on my bike. I'm going to see how I feel. But I want to. I need to paint my nails. I need to get everything ready for tomorrow. I need to work out what I'm going to wear. I think the forecast is very, very wet, and we're in a marquee, so I need to be sensibly dressed for that. But I am feeling a bit tired. But in a good way. Happy tired. And I just feel like we are making big progress. So Dan, we've actually got a scheduled power cut tomorrow. It was going to be today, and the electricity board knocked on the door and said, there's a scheduled power cut on the 24th. And I was like, no. Any other day this year. But we need electricity for the kitchen tops. And if the kitchen tops couldn't have come in today, they gave me a date for next week, which is actually when I'm doing a catering job in London. I was like, no. I'm really sorry, is it possible to reschedule? They're replacing a telegraph pole behind the house. So they're going to do that tomorrow. So no electricity tomorrow. So Dan's not coming. He is building the surround to go around the Arga. And, oh, hang on, got a phone call. So I'm also a little bit nervous about the talk tomorrow. And it was supposed to be a talk. And I said to Caroline, I'm feeling a bit nervous and a bit out of sorts with everything that's gone on this summer. My talk is about preserving practical wisdom. And I think because we have been in chaos and I still can't find everything and nothing's properly unpacked, you sort of slightly lose your confidence. And Caroline was like, would you prefer me to interview you? And I was like, yes, so definitely. So now I'm not stressing about it so much. Although for me, it's quite a big deal. It's the first time I've done anything like this. And it's always slightly nerve-wracking when you're doing something. And there's, the other guest speakers are amazing. And there's like Caroline Circuits and Liz Earle and people like that. And then there's me. So I'm a little daunted about it. And I was going to go and stay with a friend tonight and then have more time there at the fair tomorrow and just, yes, because it's probably about a 2.5 hour drive. But actually I've decided that I need a good night's sleep here, an early night, my own bed, and then head over tomorrow morning. And that way I'm not going to feel quite so rushed and under pressure, because we weren't expecting to go up to Scotland, and I was hoping that the Worktops were going to go in last week, so it's just all sort of happened at once. But I think it's a good plan. And actually my friend that I was going to stay with, she's Archie's godmother, she's just adorable. I'm just going to pop and see them sort of after school. Well, her children are sort of school age, they're little, my goddaughter. I'm going to pop and see them after I've done my talk and have a couple of hours with them before driving back, which will be really, really lovely. But I just feel at the moment I need my own bed. We also now have curtains in our bedroom, which is very, very exciting. Di has remade the curtains from our old house, from our bedroom, and it's really, really wonderful having them up. And actually I slept pretty well last night. It's the first night we actually had drawn curtains fully done, which is really exciting to get back from Scotland and find that. But these two are very happy to be out on their walk, and I'm going to enjoy pottering with them, carry on listening to my audiobook, and I'll chat to you all tomorrow. So we've managed to squeeze in a ride. I wasn't going to chat to you again, but it was like, come on, let's go for a ride. So we are. There, Colin, plodding along. He's actually looking remarkably clean. I'm not quite sure how. I'm sure that's going to change soon. I'm going to start having to pop a rug on. I think the weather's turning a bit, it's going to be quite wet this week. So yeah, I'll need a rug. But he's gently plodding along, and it's a really lovely evening. Actually, I've been quite lucky today. It's been quite dry. I've got some washing dry on the line, which is always a good feeling. And we've spotted some more deer, which is really, really lovely sight. There seems to be a pair. I don't know if it's mother and child, but they're always around near us, which is such a lovely, lovely sight. Oh, and look, I just noticed my hat cover is pretty filthy. I don't know what it is. Something on there. Anyhow. Good morning. I want to say I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but actually I had a really bad night's sleep. There was so much on my mind. Umming and ahhing about the mantle around the Arga because it's going to be green. I think it's going to be green, and I had a panic that it was going to be too much green and it would look terrible, so I think that was on my mind most of the night, and also the nerves about today's chat, interview. Slightly scared. In fact, I feel like I could vomit, but it's good. I told myself last year, Charlie, you've got to scare yourself more, so yeah, I am. I'm leaving later than I had planned because I've got Piri here today. Piri has worked for us since I was pregnant with Gus, and he's 13, so a long time. And I haven't seen her. I didn't see her last week because she was away. She's away next week, and she said, Charlie, I've got an idea. What about fitting an extra chest of drawers into your bedroom, because I'm worried about your lack of space? And she said, if we put it in front of the fireplace, you're not using the fireplace anyway. You can't see it because you've got a chair in front of it, so you may as well put a chest of drawers there. And there's a chest of drawers in the barn. And I'd said to Simon about 45 minutes before, we need to get anything that's precious out of the barn quite soon, because the weather is turning and it's just going to rot. It's just going to ruin. The barn is relatively watertight, but it's a barn, and yeah. So anyway, Piri and I have just moved a chest of drawers from the barn into our bedroom, and Piri is sweetly putting all of my jumpers in there. So I've had all of my knitwear in storage boxes in one of the wardrobes that's got shelves, which isn't ideal because you can't see what you've got, and I was worried that moths would get to it if I just put the knitwear on the shelves, and I know that moths will get to it. It will ruin. So it's something I've been uneasy about. So all of my knitwear has gone into 2 drawers of the chest of drawers, and then I've got sportswear, and then I've got underwear in the top drawer, and it's all brilliant. And I've also finished packing away my summer clothes because summer is over. So that's why I'm late. But I'm not late. Like I had built in so much extra time that it's fine. And actually, I use Waze, and the later I've left, the shorter the journey is. So I think it's totally fine. I'm wearing, I want to say I'm head to toe in Schöffel, but I'm not quite toes. I'm wearing my House of Brewer brown suede boots, chocolate brown suede boots, my olive green knee-length skirts just above the knee, and then this is my all-time favourite. I think it's not called Walberswick. I'll leave what I'm wearing linked down below, and I should have done an outfit for you, but Piri's like, Charlie, you just have to get going. And now I'm sat here chatting to you in the car. And then this is the Schöffel navy cardigan. I love their autumn collection, and I just wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to be me. I wanted to be slightly elevated. They have got the most beautiful tweed jacket, which I am umming and ahhing about. It's a bit of an investment piece, but I think I do need it in my wardrobe. So that might be, it's on my wish list. Anyway, we will see, but I better stop rambling. We better head to Wiltshire. I have got snacks, and actually I've got a couple of apples, water, I've got some deliciously Ella bars, and yeah, my big thing of water. And we're going to hit the road, listen to my audiobook, and I'll see you when we get there. But first of all, when I do get there, I'm going to wander around and do a little bit of shopping, perusing, meeting brands, which I love. There's a couple of brands I can't wait to see. And I might treat myself to a second pair of pyjamas. Well, actually, a fourth pair of pyjamas from So Souk. I bought myself a pair this year. My other two pairs, I think I've had for 3 or 4 years. They are my all-time favourite. They are so comfy. The cotton is to die for. And I think I might retire the 2 older pairs and get myself a second pair, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go. So I've just been wandering around the fair for the last hour and a half, done a little bit of shopping, which I will share with you properly at home tomorrow, I think, once I can properly. It's not easy on the car. We can have a bit of a try on as well. I've met some really lovely new people. I've met people that, like Jo from So Souk, I bought myself another pair of pyjamas. I feel like I know her because I followed her since pretty much I started, and vice versa. So it was really, really lovely to chat to her. I've met so many gorgeous, gorgeous people. I've also just been given this, which is the most special thing. This is from Abby from Mamara. Now Mamara means beautiful keepsake, or that's how the name came about. And this is topaz, and I'm wearing my ring from Augustine Jewels today, and then I've got this, and she was like, Chai, I want you to have this because it will bring you good luck today, which is just so gorgeous. And actually I think it works really well with Mum's necklace. So this is Mum's. And then it's really gorgeous to have this, which goes with my ring. I have got a plaster on my finger because I took a flap of skin off my knuckle in Scotland. And I know if I don't keep it covered up, I'm going to knock it again. It bled a lot. I actually put blood all over my shoelaces and I was like, oh, those are disgusting. What's that? It looked like ketchup. And then I realised that it was my knuckle. So I'm keeping that covered, which is very ugly, but beautiful, beautiful. So thank you so much, Abby. And her packaging, you can't see in the light very well. Can you see? No, you can't. Take it further back. It's really beautiful. And I met her daughter as well, and just gorgeous. That's the packaging. So lovely, lovely jewellery brand. They had a lot of beautiful things. I could have got very, very carried away. I've actually earmarked a couple of pieces for Coco for Christmas because she loves changing up her jewellery. I wear the same old thing the whole time. But actually, I thought this worked really well as a stacking piece with this necklace. I thought they actually complemented one another well. So I am going to have some water. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to touch up my makeup, brush my hair, have a moment, and then get ready to go and do my talk, which actually I'm feeling terrified, but also quite excited too. And it's just been really lovely. I can't wait to share with you the bits and pieces that I got. But yeah, anyway, right, breathe. You can do this, child.
You really inspire so many people. So can I ask you, what was that light bulb moment that suddenly inspired you to set up Ask Charlie How?
I think it was a combination of quite a few things. I didn't realise growing up that I had a mum that taught me all sorts of practical skills in everyday life. So she'd say, iron the shirt, stir that, make that. I want a new dress for a party, mummy, I've got so-and-so's Holly's 21st coming up. And mum would say, make it. We'll go and buy a pattern, we'll buy the fabric, and taught me to sew. She taught me all of these things, and I just thought that was normal. I realised that I'd had an unusual upbringing. I thought that was normal, that you learnt these things from your parents. Dad wouldn't let me drive a car until I could change a tyre, do the oil, do the water. I had to even change a tyre in the dark, and he'd time me in case there was an emergency. I thought that was normal. And it wasn't until we had our own children and had these wonderful au pairs working for us that I realised there was a need for practical skills to be passed down. There's no longer home economics at school. You don't have time to sit down with your granny and learn to knit or do these things.
And it's been so lovely catching up with you and hearing your story and everything. But I'd like to put it out to the audience if you've got any questions about practical tips to ask Charlie and what she does, etc.? Are there any things that anyone would like to ask?
Good morning. I am back, obviously, from Wiltshire, from the talk. It was terrifying, but I have done it. I've done it, and it was so lovely. I had my bestest friend and her mum came to support me. They live locally, and I went back to their house afterwards for chicken pie. Chicken pie is just that ultimate comfort food. So that was really, really lovely. And then I got home at about 9:45 last night. Feeling a little tired. It has been a full-on few days, and Coco's given me all of about 5 minutes to chat to you. She has got a school show jumping competition. So this is the first time she is competing on Santana for her school. And yes, I think we're both a little bit anxious, but we'll see how that gets on. Sai is actually working from home this morning, and he's coming with us, which is really lovely. And Tintin is coming too. Santana, I've shared with you, it's not the easiest. She's a youngster. She's a Belgian warm blood, and the competition is actually at Coco's old school. So I just felt for her first competition, it was best to have all bases covered. So I said to Tintin, can you come too? And bless him, he is. And it's not too far for him to come. So that's what's happening today. I'm going to be pleased when today is over, to be honest. Tomorrow and this weekend are going to be quite calm, catching up, recharging. And yeah, anyhow, I'm wearing the beautiful necklace and my ring, and I've still got a plaster on. I tried this morning without a plaster, caught it and started bleeding again, which is so irritating. Because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I don't heal very well. So it's frustrating, but anyway, we'll get there. It's minor. But this is just such a beautiful brand. I've had a good look at their website, and the name Mamara, I just think is so beautiful, and beautiful keepsake. I think that is just gorgeous. So a treasured piece which matches my ring. I'm wearing them today for luck. We need them. But I promised I would share with you what I got at the fair. Oh, and that's a chest of drawers in the fireplace. I need to prop it up because everything in this house slopes. So I need to lift it up, and then I can put some pictures and things. But at the moment it's kind of at an angle like that. And I've got my storage, mine and Simon's storage bags there, which need to go somewhere else, but they're there for the moment. But where to start? So Ledbury Letterpress were there. Such a lovely lady that runs it, and I always stock up on cards. Thank you cards are terribly important, so I have got a pack for the children, plain ones for me. Always something important, so that is the Ledbury Letterpress. I love supporting smaller businesses as well. I think it's something, having been oh, it's just started to lash with rain, like really lash with rain. Coco's about to catch Santana. Anyhow, well, carry on chatting. Having had a children's nightwear business and done the fairs and been a small business, and now with Ask Charlie, it is lovely where possible to support small. So another little treat I got for myself, and I met this lovely lady, Marianne, London, last year, and I bought some goodies for my sister-in-law who had just had baby Anton, who is now a year old, and we're seeing them in December, which I'm very excited about. I treated myself to some bath oil because we don't have a shower, and I don't know when that's going to happen. The plumber hasn't been back for a while. I haven't seen him this week, so there is yeah, I'm just looking out the window. Coco's on her way down with Santana. But Marianne does the most beautiful oils. This one is rosemary and melissa. Who'd have thought? But it smells dreamy. I mean, I just took a whiff of that and I was like, yep, love that. Love a bath oil. And in the evening, nice relaxing bath with a bath oil. So that is one treat I got. Then on the oil theme, Evo Beauty do this detox essential body oil, and I find this a really good moisturiser. Get out of the shower, bath, whatever, and I just so this I will use in the morning as a whole body moisturiser. So I just put a couple of pumps into my hand. It smells amazing. I love Evo's products. I've been a fan for a long time. Kirsty, who runs it, is just gorgeous too. So that I'll just put a squirt on and then just rub it over, and it's quicker than using a moisturiser. That's my cheap little hack, and so that is going to be part of my morning routine. This was a goodie bag that was given to me after my talk from Wonderbrow to try, and actually lovely Bella talked to me about how to use it. Like, this is apparently is that iconic, the original brow gel. Talk to me about how to use this, because actually I don't really do anything with my eyebrows. I probably should. I mean, they were overplucked. I'm a child of the 80s. They, you know, I could like stick them in place. It would be good. I did have to pluck a big wiry one out before going yesterday. Sort of horrid, straggly one. But we're on a mission. I can't chat too much. Manuka honey. It's the best. It's absolutely the best. Feeling slightly run down? Have a spoonful of this. Put it in your porridge. It's the properties, the health benefits of Manuka honey, second to none. Really good for healing, actually. So maybe I'll put some on my finger. It's wonderful stuff. So I stocked up on that. Leapfrog. I've shared this with you before. The founder of Leapfrog, I listened to her being interviewed, and she said, I keep a box in the car, and if we're feeling a bit tired, a bit run down, we just pop one. Really, really, really good. And then there's Snooze as well, I'm a fan of. And I make sure that the children have a pack of Leapfrog as well. If they're feeling tired, feeling run down, just pop one of those. I don't take them every day. They're just a boost. I think you can take them every day, and if you're unwell and really run down, then definitely take them every day. But if you're just feeling like, actually, I am feeling a bit tired and a bit jaded today, I'm going to have one in a moment. But I've got to share these with you quickly. So Sook pyjamas, I bought another pair. I've got the pink version too. They are in my cupboard. I just love their pyjamas. Absolutely love them. Beautiful, beautiful cotton. They last for years. And so thrilled with those. I'm not going to put them away. I'm going to wear those tonight. I also did, these were the last ones, the most beautiful candles, which are going to look gorgeous in the new kitchen. When it's totally finished, I'm going to put all my treasured little bits out, but I just thought those were beautiful from Sosu. And then I went to see my gorgeous friend Jackie. Jackie does, she's got Sustainable Style Boutique. Now, Jackie had a spinal injury a number of years ago, and she is a walking miracle, and she is just the most lovely, delightful, gorgeous person. I so enjoyed meeting her. I met her in February. I think it was just before Dad's funeral, and she is just so lovely. And I helped her with a fundraiser that she was doing for spinal injuries with the C'est la Vie t-shirt, which I loved, and this just caught my eye. I'm actually just going to quickly share my shirt with you before I share that, because this was kindly sent to me. I feel like I'm always sharing shirts with you. It's been a little bit of a weekly theme, but I love a shirt. I live in them. This is just a lovely blue and white stripe, nice collar, everyday kind of shirt. I've just turned back the cuffs because actually I love the fact that they have got this solid blue, and I just quite like the kind of contrast. I just feel really smart in a shirt. You don't have to have a collar up. This is from Gundog Clothing, and they kindly sent it to me, and I thought it was perfect mum pony club kind of outfit for today. So this is my look. Peachy belt. I am wearing at the moment my Salt House loafers. Cardi, because the weather's a little bit mixed, but this is what I got from the lovely Jackie. I just thought it was so cool, so different. Obviously not with this outfit, but you'll get the gist. I love, in fact, for my A-level design project, I created a black silk evening jacket lined with shocking pink, and this just, I don't know, reminded me of that. I just thought this was so cool. So it's this velvet animal print, and I thought actually with like black trousers, boots, styled up in the evening or for the day, pockets, how cool is that? Really unusual. I love unusual pieces, and Jackie is amazing at finding unusual little gems, so I'm delighted with this. So I will leave all of those things linked down below. I now need to go and help my daughter. Luckily, that seemed to be a quick passing shower because it's dried up, and we need to hopefully, well, at least we've got Simon here to help load because he's, well, I'm not going to jinx it, but next time I chat to you, hopefully we will be at Hickstead show jumping, because it's one of these don't tell mummy moments. Brought a horse bucket in to the new kitchen sink to get hot water. This bucket's pretty grim too, but the clean one is already in the trailer ready for Santana when we get there, and afterwards I've also got, oh well, Simon's pyjamas, Santana's boots drying on the back of the Alga, and a horsey bucket. We do have a giggle. There are quite a few don't tell mummy moments of things that I naughtily do, and it's, yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, but the luxury of being able to have hot water here, and actually the horses are so close. They are so close. I think Simon's me. Literally, you can't actually see her, she's behind the bush, but Santana's head is just through there. She's hiding. There she is, there's her bottom. So it's so convenient, much easier than at the previous house where it was actually mess everywhere. Don't look at that bit. That's another don't tell mummy moment. Anyway, let's get going.
Well done, didn't even need it.
So we're currently hiding in the car, hoping that this shower is going to pass. It's quite good practice for Santana. Maybe you can feel her. She's just moving around gently, she's not stomping. Now today wasn't quite the day we hoped. She
not
loaded,
her finest hour.
Not her finest hour. She loaded brilliantly on the way and on the way back, but the weather has been...
bit in between where the problem was.
Yes, it's a bit in between. She warmed up brilliantly. She warmed up really well. The weather was horrific. Simon actually was sheltering in a shed and called me and was like, I don't think they should jump. There were jumps falling down, blowing down because of the wind. It was like 40-mile-an-hour winds, but actually it did brighten up slightly. But Santana, the second fence was away from the collecting ring, and she just thought, I don't really fancy doing it, and just put the brakes on. And Coco needed to sit right up and be like so determined to get her over. It was also quite high, so you couldn't just do it from a trot. They needed some momentum, and Santana just dug her heels in. So we're home earlier than we thought, which is quite good, but we are sheltering from the rain. We got absolutely soaked through. But anyway, it's done. The end of this week's vlog. We're going to wait for this to pass, unload her, and we'll go and dry out and try out our wet clothes. But I hope that you've enjoyed what we've been up to. We've been to Scotland, back, I've done a talk. It's been another busy week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next week with more of what I'm getting up to. And in the meantime, have a lovely weekend and lots of love.